What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of First Fight View. This one is going to be a doozy. Today, we got Michael Bisping versus Matt Hamill. This is back in the day when we had the unsuave, does that make sense? Unsuave Michael Bisping with the hairy chest Bisping. This is what many people consider one of the worst decisions of all time. Most controversial robberies, all that stuff. So it was only a matter of time before we got to this. I initially wanted to do this one as my very first one, but here we are. You know, with everything that's going on, it's perfect time for First Fight View, baby. Let's get it. Let's get going on. Let's do it. It's gonna be quite a good one. We're gonna get right to it today. Doing this one later. I've already had one alcoholic beverage, and I'm gonna have another because, hey, it's desperate times call for desperate measures, right? And this is just I'm not gonna do any advertisements here, but some ASMR for you. Yeah, lovely. Anyway, quick plug for the Twitter, of course. Always can follow me here at DrakeRiggs_. You can follow me there on Twitter and Instagram. See all my good stuff that I'm always putting out. You know, if you have any suggestions for future episodes or fights for this series here, you know, feel free to throw them my way. Anything before 2010, probably most likely that I haven't seen. Anything that's controversial, decisions, you know the show by now. We've had 2 episodes, so yeah. All right, let's pull it up. We got the scores to be settled. And I will just say this is my first time using Fight Pass in quite a while, and it looks a lot better than what it looked like last time I used it. But anyways, like I said, let's get right into it today. Just no mess around. I feel like my intros were a little bit longer for the last 2 episodes. We're going to try and cut that down, and yet I'm still here dragging on. All right. Matt the Hammer Hamill, baby. I don't even remember which year that this fight is from. It probably says in the description. I really don't want to fast forward on accident. Let's see what it says. UFC 75, Ultimate Fighter 3. I don't know what year this fight was. I will see afterwards, obviously, when I look at all the stats and everything. But we have an undefeated Michael Bisping, 14-0, light heavyweight Michael Bisping. I always forget that he was at light heavyweight, I kind of wish. I wished that, we could have saw him go back up. No, not really. This was kind of a fantasy of mine when I was younger and playing, the UFC 3 games. You'd make him, become champion or whatever. At least I didn't, let's do some super fights. But Bisping was always very capable of making middleweight and all that, so never really an issue. He just wasn't cutting weight in the early part of his career. And it worked out for a good while, obviously undefeated. 14-0 in this one. Mario Yamasaki. Don't see him anymore. Not in the UFC anyways. Well, anywhere, I guess. He's got the whole band. So I'm very curious about this one because it is one that is always brought up in terms of robberies. So yeah, this should be good. I haven't heard anyone say this fight's really good, unfortunately. So this might be a bit of a snoozer compared to the first 2. Hamill comes out right away, very aggressive, backs Bisping up instantly and lands the jab. Goes for it again. Bisping a little wild here. Wow. Okay, coming out strong, Hamill. I forget that Matt Hamill's pretty solid in his prime. He's landing here early with the punches. Gets kind of a headlock position, but loses it. Ooh, good knee from Bisping, but Hamill is on him. Flying knee. Wow. Good body kick there from Bisping. Looked like he wanted to go higher with it, but landed the body. Hamill is just fucking really coming at him here. Good leg kick from Bisping on the back foot. Jabs. Working the jabs is Hamill, and he's just got the pressure on right now. Another good knee from Bisping, but takedown from Hamill. That is big. Goes for the back briefly, gets the half. Ooh, some good ground. Hamill, man, landing good. That Bisping gets up. He lets him up pretty quickly. Interesting. That was very interesting. Under the new rules, old rules, that's some good scoring. Good left hook there from Hamill. Bisping with the step knees when Hamill comes in. I like that. Those are landing good, but Hamill really doing some. His jab is so far so good. This is okay. This is a lot higher pace than I was expecting. Like I was saying, nobody really talks about this fight being a really good fight, just more so a robbery, which sucks when it is a good fight because, like the Machida Shogun one, kind of takes away. Oh, Hamill with a big overhand right there. But yeah, it's also like GSP and Hendricks just to talk about robberies or the decision overshadowing how good of a fights were. Always a bummer when that happens. And this one, very good so far. Bisping kind of taking control of the center again. I mean, for the first time. Goes for that step knee again, but coming in. Good leg kick there from Bisping. Yep, settling in like Joe Rogan's saying. Hamill back on. Good leg kick there. And takedown from Hamill. And reminder, of course, that this fight is under the old rules. UFC 75. That was a good, got kind of a half headlock where he's landing some uppercuts. Is Hamill with Bisping's back against the cage. Got some redness and it looks like blood on Bisping. Yeah, no, it's been a very fun first round though. Big right hand from Hamill. Coming wild now. Bisping goes for a body kick. Keeps getting kind of that half headlock position. All over him, Hamill is really. I wouldn't say Bisping's in trouble, but he's definitely he's getting it poured on him right now. The hammer is being dropped. Oh, Bisping landed some good ones there, though, off the back foot. Yeah, Hamill with the pressure here, but regardless of pressure, you know, if you guys know me, I'm somebody who just hates anything talking about the blinding effect that Octagon control has. But in cases like this, it is not an issue. Hamill is definitely doing more with his strikes. He's actually throwing and whatnot. So none of that silly, you know what I'm getting at. But the action is slowed down here a bit as a minute is left in the first round. Oh, Bisping coming in with a good combo, but doesn't really land. Kind of the last punch threw about 5 or 6 there. Oh, that was a good hook. Kind of got through. But this is a little too late, I think. 35 seconds on the clock. And goes for a big overhand. That was a right hook. I was going to say left hook Larry, like won the title, but it was the opposite. Oh, shit. Wow. Hamill really clocked him there with an extended left. That one stunned him. Okay, Bisping is hurt right now. Oh, obviously. Very hurt. Not very hurt, but obviously hurt. Wow. That was a fun round and a good one for Hamill. He landed some big ones. Big right hand there. Yeah, just connecting. Old rules, absolute no-brainer. 10-9 Hamill. New rules, that's still pretty clear. Takedowns, not much of a factor. You know, I've heard that those have been were a factor in this fight. Old rules, very big in that round, but which make it more clear. But I mean, even in the new rules, Bisping, it wasn't completely not a 10-8, obviously, you know, if we're talking new rules. It was clear. That was pretty clear. Bisping, he got, you know, Hamill got the better of him. Let's just put it that way. Fun first round, though. I'm very pleased. I didn't expect this fight to be as exciting in the first round anyway. We'll see how this goes going into round 2. This is the first 3-round fight of the First Fight View series as well. The first 2 were both title fights, which means 5 rounds. And Hamill working the jab again to start. Bisping looking for that overhand right, circling off the cage now, taking the center. I mean, after a round like that, Bisping's, oh, good, very good takedown for Hamill, catching the kick right into guard. No points there in the new rules, though. Nothing happening. He's not doing anything with it as of yet. I mean, as long as he clocks up that time, though. Eddie Bravo gave him a rubber guard tune-up, apparently. Whatever that means. Joe Rogan says. Okay, so see, this is where I hope the fight doesn't turn into, because some half guard posturing. Okay, Bisping getting out of the guard now, and he's transitioned to like a backside, and he's out. Okay, so that didn't really score at all for Hamill on the new rules. Old rules, yeah, he got some time in there. And the takedown, of course. Very nice takedown, which is what matters. Despite it's under the old rules. But new rules, I didn't do much. Kind of still even here. Yep, Bisping with the jab there, as Joe Rogan said. Looking for that cross. Not as aggressive from Hamill here in this one. I mean, he came out hot in that first round. Came out quite hot. Now he's starting to slowly creep Bisping back against the cage, but Bisping moving well, always, as always. I mean, you know, never too tired. Hamill able to close here, but gets a good elbow as the very, very brief clinch exchange. Whoa. Keith Jardine, man. I miss the Dean of Means so much. He was one of my first favorite fighters. This must have been around the time when I was UFC 75. No, this was before I became a fan, but man, Keith Jardine. I remember when he headlined against Rampage. Oh, I was so upset when he lost. Hamill with a very powerful takedown there. Okay, this is really interesting. That takedown did not Bisping back up again. He's landed some others, more of those uppercuts with the half headlock type position. New rules, this is very close, and I kind of lean towards Bisping. Old rules, the grappling is very helpful for Hamill here, as we're at a minute 35 on the second round. Good jab from Hamill. Another good jab from Hamill as Bisping tries to connect with his own. They're both in the center here. Bisping's been able to keep his back off the cage most of this round, as opposed to that first one. Oh, good sneak under from sneak under straight there from Bisping. I know that's not a real phrase, but it went under the arm is what I mean by that. Punched underneath Hamill's punch. Sneak under. Good jab for Bisping. Lands kind of the body, it looked like. A lot more volume and activity from Bisping, I think, in this one. Double jab there from Hamill, though. Kind of off the forehead-ish. Oh, that one got the mouthpiece jarred from Hamill. Very interesting round, though. Bisping moving very nicely. Oh, good overhand there. Okay, so that was a good combo there from Bisping. I mean, the first couple didn't really land, but the last one, that one got through. This round, okay. As I was saying about how Octagon control will blind people. That round, I can see how that could be the case. Okay, new rules. I think that one is let's see. I did this wrong actually. Here, let me fix that for my OCD's sake. 9-10 Hamill on the first round. Just because Michael Bisping, I think it's the red corner. I haven't been looking at the gloves. Anyway, new rules. That's 10-9 Bisping, I think. I think he took that one. Those takedowns. Nothing happened there. Okay, blue corner. I gotta pause here. And then the old rules, though. I mean, those two yeah, I would say that was Hamill. The takedowns, he was still landing a good amount. I mean, not as much as the first round. Definitely not as much as the first round. First round, that was a phenomenal first round for him. Significantly slower in the second round, which makes sense. He really came at him in the first. Got the two takedowns. The first one with some decent time, at least 30 seconds, probably about 40, close to a minute there. And he's still able to, land some shots, but Bisping, I think, got the better of him. Did some more damage, which, is why he gets the 10-9 in the new rules. But yeah, that was a closer round, less exciting. That first round was really fun. See how this third one goes. So, I mean, another one of those situations where I don't feel like a robbery as of yet. I shouldn't. I got to stop being preemptive like that. But through these two, yeah, it's close. I guess. I mean, more jabs from Hamill. He's coming a lot more aggressive here. Bisping with a good right straight. That was good early here in the first 15 seconds. Oh, Hamill looking for a takedown, shoved out for really easily. That was just weak. Bisping takes the center again and still on the back foot. Oh, good. That jab from Hamill. Gets that half headlock again. Nothing on that takedown attempt. Bisping doing good here. Oh. Jab, cross there from Bisping. Gets through on the end. It's pretty much been the case of his combos, is he only gets through on the last shot. Set up, just to get through with one thing at least. She's kind of always done in his career. I mean, obviously, he's landed those full combos before. Go watch that Kung Lee fight. My God. Oh, that was a good one. Good right straight. Getting through, set that up with the lefts. Bisping taking it here early, very early, though. Very early. Hamill goes for another takedown. No good. Just not committing all the way. Not committing all the way. Good jab there from Bisping. Hamill goes for kind of a loopy left. Oh, the big swinging from Hamill, but just a little tired. Not even close to landing. Walking him down, but not much. Good jab from Hamill again. A little sloppy, but landed. Oh, takedown attempt. Bigger takedown attempt. He gets it that time. Hamill gets the takedown. First takedown of the third. Interesting. And he gets the half. Going for side, and he's on. Bisping's back temporarily. No hooks, and they're transitioning, rolling all over the place. No points there under the new rules. He is almost out. Okay, I'm speaking way too soon. I apologize, guys. Hamill now in guard. Joe Rogan says he's going for an armbar. I mean, looked kind of like it, but so no damage being done here from Hamill. Bisping still striking. I mean, obviously he's not doing very much either, but he's throwing some stuff. Yeah, he's about to get up, and Bisping's up again. That is interesting. Yeah, he's looking pretty spent. Hamill is. I mean, in comparison to Bisping, and compared to that first round. Oh, good step knee from Bisping, but it cost him as he gets taken down again. Right into guard. Hamill not doing much damage on the ground in this whole fight when it's gone there. And this has kind of been the story of Bisping's career. Like, if he gets taken down, phenomenal spring. He gets up very quickly. He's about to get up again. I can just tell. He's getting the butterflies. Hamill not really doing it. It's good to do a can opener we got from Hamill, but with the butterflies and push off. Oh, back on those. Stuck to him. That was good. Oh, there's an armbar almost from Bisping. Didn't really have the arm, but he went for it with his legs. You know, get the legs over. We're already down to 40 seconds. Hamill still on. Okay, now he's landing some good shots there. Going under from the back. Okay, he's doing pretty good here. Oh, and Bisping slips out as they roll around to the cage. 25 seconds. Oh, good shot from Bisping over the right to the ear. Okay. Oh, good jab from Bisping. Bisping ate one, though. Big right hand. 10 seconds. Oh, head kick from Bisping. And one final non-takedown. Defended well from Bisping. Huh. Okay, that was pretty good. That was pretty fun. That was a pretty fun fight. Hamill. Tired getting carried by, is that not Mark Coleman? Definitely not Mark Coleman. This is very, very intriguing. Obviously, no matter what happens here on the old rules, I got Hamill winning. This last round, though, it's new rules. I got Bisping, but old rules. I mean, he got enough takedowns. I think he did enough with them. I mean, it's like Bisping, though, on the feet, clearly did better. Landed more damage. He just did more damage in that round overall. It just comes down to, you know, the effective striking, your grappling, all that. So, I mean, yeah, he still landed. Yeah, Joe Rogan's right there in the first round. Bisping was hurt. Okay, before we hear the scores here, the official scores and all that. I mean, I'm going to give on the old rules a 30-27 here sweep for Hamill, but 1 and 2, obviously they're not very clean. You know, they're not washes. Those, it really came down to the grappling, the difference here. And even then, I don't feel super good about giving Hamill that last round, even with the old rules, but on that second takedown, I think he did enough. And they were solid. I mean, you heard me say it as it happened. So weird. This is really weird if you compare these scores to, you know, the first 2 fights we did here. But I guess that's 27-30 for Hamill under the old rules. And then we got 29-27 No, not 27, 29, 28. What am I talking about? Alcohol, Bisping. But then we go to the global. And man, I think that Bisping did more damage. I mean, he was more damaging. It's the domination. I mean, it's weird. It's weird, man. It's not because I've just been drinking a tiny bit, but Hamill, not Hamill. No, I'm giving it to Bisping on global because for the second or after the first round, Hamill's damage compared. It was like the first round he did all his best work. That round, the clearest round, obviously, as you can see by the scores for somebody. So I just think Bisping was more effective throughout entirely because he still landed in the first round a bit, but it was just how much you spread out this. If you want to spread it out over a whole, forget rounds, just look at the time and who did the best across the most time, right? That was Michael Bisping. And yeah, that's just pretty much that's what it comes down to. I think close fight though. I'm not calling. I don't think that's a robbery. It's close. People fucking hate that Bisping got this win, but under the old rules, yeah, I mean, even then, 30-27 Hamill and him not getting it, I'm not super mad at that. That's not a robbery. Let's hear exactly what the scores were, though. Exactly. Jeff Mullen, 29-28 Bisping. Okay, so right. 30-27 Hamill. Nice, me too. Cecil Peoples for Bisping. So you see, I can't wait to see. I hope that MMA Decisions has their exact scores because they have to be exact. They have to be the same as mine, which interesting, huh? Wow. Weird. First time I've seen this. That's not a robbery, folks. I apologize to everyone who hates that result. I think this is what I think is. I'm not watching the interview. This is what I think it is. People hated Michael Bisping so much. So much when he was coming up. I mean, people still hated him towards the end of his career, but they gained respect for him because of what an OG veteran he was and all that. But man, people forget he was one of the most hated fighters coming up. So that's got to be a little bit of what this was. Not a robbery. Not a robbery. Fuji versus Frausto. Robbery. Machida versus Shogun 2. Machida versus Shogun 1. Not a robbery. I mean, it is what it is. Fun fights, though. I love this. You guys. This is fun. I hope you guys are having as much fun as I am with all these fights that we've been watching so far. Just 3 of them, but this one, Bisping versus Hamill, officially, I need a stamp. I need some kind of thing to pop up on the screen. It's like, not a robbery. Or robbery. Whatever it is. Whatever it may be. So, that is Bisping versus Hamill, ladies and gentlemen. Fun fight, enjoyable fight. That first round was awesome. I did not expect that level of intensity. I think Hamill, if he would have spared his energy a lot more, probably would have been able to do better. But I mean, it's like, why go against what works? So, yeah, let's look at the stats. What am I doing here? I gotta move myself out of the way real quick. And I see I have some comments and concerns potentially. At the burps. Okay. Oh, we don't have scores except for Chris Watts, who's obviously 30-27. Ooh, interesting. Of the media scores, only 2, but 2 for the count. 29-28 has to be 2 and 3. Nobody, fucking nobody, except for maybe Joe Solis, is giving Bisping round 1. It doesn't make sense. You don't do it. So, I mean, I'm not mad at it. What a horrible decision. I had Hamill. Yeah, looked at the comments. Of course I did. Couldn't help it. I can't help it. Okay, let's look at the fan scores, though. How many do we have? 114. Jeez, this is incredible. This is really incredible. 114 and just a landslide for Matt Hamill. There's only one situation here of Bisping beating Hamill. And again, under the old rules, totally get it. Totally agree with it. 30-27 Hamill under the old rules. That's what I scored. New rules, Bisping. New rules, wouldn't be mad if it's Hamill. 29-28, 30-27. Good fight. 30-26. That's absolute nonsense. I mean, if there was a round that was closest to a 10-8, it was round 1. Not a 10. Oh, I love this website. Some of the things. 86.8%. 99 votes to the 14. Wild. I mean, it's not that wild because I do agree with it, like I said. But let's look at the statistics now. Good fun. UFC 75. What year was this, first of all? Because that's killing me. Not killing me, but I thought about it at the beginning. 2007. Okay, so 2 years before. Rampage versus Henderson. I've never seen that fight either. I have never seen that one, so that might be worth a future episode. Unanimous decision. Oh, I'm spoiling it though by looking at this. I've never heard anyone complain about it or call it controversial. So you guys tell me if you saw that one. Is that worth a watch? Would you like to see me watch Henderson Rampage? Never seen that one. And holy shit, I didn't realize that fucking Congo beat Crow Cop. Dude, that latter half of the 2000s was crazy. Like when you look back at some of the stuff. But yeah, anyway, if you would like me to see this for a future episode, let me know. Like I said, I've never heard anyone talk about that one as a robbery or controversial decision. Anyways, let's look at the stats now. We're dragging on a bit here. I want to get this over with. So total strikes, we got Hamill 88-65. I don't know if I've said in previous episodes, but I really, 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 really don't like to look at significant strikes because who's judging? Who's judging what is significant or not? Like, oh, he missed a significant strike? That doesn't make sense. He missed a significant strike. If it would have landed, it would have been big. Okay, I guess if it's a big, like, looping shot, most likely, but you don't know the damage that's going to be done from it. You don't know how much damage is done from one that lands. Like, I don't know. It's a weird debate to get into. I think I just think you can judge better from total strikes. And obviously, if you watch the fight, you know which strikes are more bigger and more effective than what the other ones were. But judging exactly what's a significant strike, I've always thought is kind of weird. But anyways, round 1, 2 takedowns for Hamill. Obviously, 41-16. Yep, sounds right. He definitely was throwing more, landed more, and then round 2, 2 takedowns again. 2 takedowns again. I feel like he didn't get 2 in round 2. 2 in each round is what we have here, but round 3, 32-24 for Bisping. I mean, the 17-23. It's not, nothing is crazy here except for that first round. I mean, that was the clearest whole shebang. That was all bueno. I got no complaints. I got no complaints. Bum, 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 bum. I think I might have some suggestions for other fights here on Twitter. No, never mind. I do not. But yeah, that was Michael Bisping versus Matt Hamill, ladies and gentlemen. That was a fun one. I think that was good. Happy to have finally got to that one. So, oh, and that was in London, where they used to introduce people by stone, which is always a funny thing that used to happen. And if only that card was happening this weekend, and we could have remembered when they did that. But anyway, everybody, that'll wrap this episode up. If you were forgetting what my scores were, I got Bisping on 2 criterias, Hamill on the only one that matters, though. So, move myself out of the way here. And make sure to follow me on Twitter. Make sure everybody stays safe. Quarantine yourselves like I am in this crazy, wild time that we're living in. No fights. Go back, watch some old fights like I am. Maybe some ones you've never seen, you know? Maybe if you watched along with me, leave your comments in the comment box below. All that fun stuff. Let's see, what was I going to say? Totally blanking, but got some projects coming out. Oh, right. I have a judging type of project coming out here. Very interesting one. If you guys, have been following me for a while and you saw my rankings piece I did about the panelists and a deep dive into who the UFC's rankings panelists are, that kind of thing. Something very similar to that. So if you like that one, you will like this one too. Please check it out. Very fascinating information I've gathered so far, and it's only been a day, so plenty more to come. It's going to be good. Looking forward to getting that out. Haven't done any interviews this week, but we'll get to some soon. I kind of want to take a break to do more investigative stuff like this one I'm mentioning right now. And, there's plenty of other things to come. If you missed my Jessica Andrade interview as well, you can check that out right here. It was very interesting, Jessica Andrade very prepared for this rematch with Rose Namajunas, assuming it happens. Also spoke with her manager, who, detailed the issues that he's kind of going through right now with all of his fighters and the virus and having to get around things. So if you're interested in that, it's a very unique situation, obviously, for people to be in right now, especially in the fight game. So, check that one out, definitely. That'll be a great fight whenever it happens, hopefully. Hopefully safe whenever it does. Just want people to be safe in this crazy time. So, yeah, you guys, thanks again for tuning in. I will stop rambling. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you enjoyed that fight. How would you score it? Let me know. Agree or disagree with my scores, my takes. Feel free to comment on the other ones. Check out the other ones. Let me know. Always open to having a friendly conversation and debate and whatnot. So, yeah, everybody, thank you again. Like, subscribe, follow me. Always trying to do unique and interesting projects, content, all that stuff. Thank you guys, and I will see you next time.